Good day, everybody. Jeremy at 54 North Powersports. I've got a exciting walk around video for you guys today. This is the all new 2026 Can-Am Defender HD11 Limited. Now this one is in the camouflage color scheme, which looks really good. This is a bone stock unit other than the camo option, I guess, if you want to call it that, which is a little bit of a cost option depending on which color you're after. Just gonna do a let's do a walk around, show you what's new mainly. I do have a brand new 2025 Defender Limited sitting right next to us here. So I think the easiest thing to point out is just the size of the components on the front suspension on the 2025 versus the 2026. Everything just looks so much beefier. That stance looks really nice with those arched A-arms. The 2025 did have arched A-arms as well. They just weren't quite as arched. Bodywork, of course, is all new. I mean, interior-wise here, show you a quick reminder of the 2025s. Got the nice bolstered seats, which are really good. The basic dash that we've had for quite a number of years. And of course, if we jump over to the 2026, I'll go into more in depth, but there definitely is a difference. The seats look the same, they're not. The shape's totally different. The backrest's a little higher, and then of course the all new interior in the dash. Even things like the included stereo system and the black headliner. Just a really, really nice setup. If we continue around on the outside here, really nice standard front bumper. So again, this is just the stock Defender Limited package. Beautiful factory bumper on this Limited. Looks really stylish, a lot beefier looking than the outgoing, what we kind of called the XT bumper on the older models. All new 2026 Can-Ams are coming with a rope instead of a cable for the winch. So you've got the nylon. The Defender Limited does have the auto stop on that winch as well, and it's literally just the kind of bumper that they include from factory. As soon as it gets close enough to that fair lead, the winch is just going to stop automatically, which is really nice. You're not going to be bending and kinking cables and I guess breaking nylon rope by over tightening. So that's a nice upgrade. One other thing you'll kind of notice if you just look around the machine, there is no grease fittings anywhere to be found. Everything is sealed bushings on all the suspension arms, as well as just the sway bar, all of that stuff. Just really nice, solid, easy for maintenance. You're not having to get in there. I know there was a couple of grease fittings on the 2025s that were really tough to get to, like the ones up on the upper A-arms and things like that. We had a lot of customer complaints of just trying to keep those things greased up. Nice new body work. We've got the LED headlights, which is a huge improvement. Nice new accent lighting. One really nice thing, I don't know if I can do this with just one hand, but you do have actual latches and just the flip up hood to get to your basics, your cabin air filter, just like on the outgoing model. They relocated your washer fluid reservoir to the front here, so you don't have to reach over a hot engine to fill it from the back anymore. And just, yeah, nice, easy access. This little front lid here literally does just pull out of the way too, which is super nice if you're actually trying to work on something there. Very nice, very simple. Pops right back into place. You can close it, latch it with one hand rather than fighting with the grommets on the outgoing model. They did change some of the side bodywork. It's kind of tough to tell just by, looking at it, but if you really start to compare them, you will notice the bodywork did change a little bit on the sides. Of course, we do have a new box panels, new tailgate. We've got the LED taillights with a reverse lights in there as well. Very welcome addition. If we lift the box, that latch did change. Underneath, it just doesn't look anything like the outgoing model. Everything's been kind of flipped around, even as this used to be called the cool side of the engine on the 2025 and prior models, which is now essentially the hot side of the engine, because you've got your exhaust manifold running right through there. So you actually do most of your checks and maintenance from the driver's side now. Air box, you've got a lid there, comes off, exposing a massive air filter underneath. Dipstick right in the middle there. Really nice and clean. There's not a lot to really get at back here anymore. For the engine air intake, you do have a pre-filter, nice big massive one right off the side of the cab. Really easy to get to and clean off as far as a pre-filter is concerned. The older models just had their air intake boot kind of stuck off to the side here, and you needed to install a pre-filter if you really wanted to keep that fine particle out of there. The CVT side, pretty simple as well. You do have a pre-filter, kind of like you had on the older model. Nice big pre-filter off to the side, and they did stick with the kind of backup pre-filter. So on the inside, you do have a secondary air intake screen there, which they added that a few years ago just to protect from ice and snow buildup. Gives you a little secondary breathability for that CVT intake, keep everything nice and cool. Really nice setup underneath there. They do have on the Limited and Lone Star models, 15-inch alloy wheels are standard now, with again still the 30-inch track force tires, which have been a good tire. Oh, one other thing, they did replace or put the gas fill on the driver's side rather than the passenger side now. That was kind of a nice upgrade. Let's pop into the interior. You're not going to notice anything massively different about the doors. They feel a little different, maybe shaped a little different, but I'm pretty sure they are, you know, generally about the same. You do get an upgrade to the door switches for 2026, which is nice. They look a lot better, feel a lot better. Then if we pop into the cab, I mean, everything's changed here. You notice the steering wheel is up in a like almost vertical tilted position. You've got a nice quick entry and exit position for that steering wheel, and it will go right back to wherever your setting is for your tilt, which is nice. So you can just pop it out of the way, jump right on in. Makes it nice and easy. These seats, the bolstering's quite a bit wider than the 2025 models on the bottom, especially, not quite as aggressive on the sides. Nice and wide. You do still get the flip down kind of armrest with the cup holders in there. These seats do still flip up. So you've got the little storage bin under that side as well, just like the 2025 model. If we jump inside and just have a look at this dash, I'll pull that steering wheel down a little bit. So you get your standard kind of little 4-inch gauge here, just with your basics. You know, it's going to have your speed. I'll turn the, can power that on. Same little 4-inch gauge, gives you your basics, your speed, your fuel, just quick at a glance stuff, gear position. But of course, the big addition is going to be our 10.25-inch touchscreen display, which can be configured. I've played with these quite a bit. There's so many different things you can configure to see on this screen. Plus, you can configure these buttons on the steering wheel to do quick actions for the screen, so you're not always having to hunt for, you know, 3-4 different menu lines to get to a setting. Once you've got it configured for what you like, you can literally within 1 or 2 button pushes pretty much pull up most of your quick settings, camera switcher, media, all that kind of stuff on that 10.25-inch display. This new dash is phenomenal. Your cup holders are up on the dash. Link Light, if you notice right here, if you're not familiar with Link Light, you can get like a device holder, cup holders. There's a couple of Link Light spots down here as well. Throw another couple of cup holders that clip on there. Really nice. Here's a big story. Seems like a downgrade. It is a massive upgrade. Getting good old-fashioned just control knobs for the AC system, fan, heat, directional control, which is really cool for the vents. The HVAC system in this unit is quite improved. Like, it's well, 29 degrees Celsius today. Jump in this unit, had it running for literally about 45 seconds, a minute, and it was already cooled down enough that it was comfortable. I mean, it's crazy the output that this new HVAC system has. You do still get the nice little kind kind of storage bin on top of the dash. It actually has a foam drop down in there for your box, and this is where you do get your data input for the BRP Go integration if you want to plug your phone in to show some apps on the dash. The Limited does come standard with a stereo system on it now, which is really nice. So that is all factory. With the Limited and the 10.25 inch display, they don't include any sort of secondary, controls here. If you were to add this stereo system to a XT cab or an open cab that didn't have the 10.25 inch screen, it would still get that little module up there to be able to control your Bluetooth settings and whatnot. Lots of really quick, easy access buttons to your drive modes, four-wheel drive, diff lock, all that kind of stuff. Again, it's all configurable in the dash, and you can actually have quick settings to change your engine modes to what you want your presets to be, but it's all redundant here as well. Redundant volume control, which is nice. You don't have to be going in on the dash to try to find your volume for your audio. They did a switch for that. That's a nice upgrade for the Defender. It was always an option, but nice to have that standard with just the push button start on it. Speaking of which, we'll fire it up. 3-cylinder 999. I mean, it's gorgeously smooth. Got a nice rumble to it, but yeah, just nice silky smooth sound to that engine. You don't get a lot of vibration. Like, there's no real shake or rattle out of anywhere on this thing, which is nice. Hey, listen, V-twin rumble, it's cool. I didn't mind it at all, but you know what? On an enclosed utility cab like this, smoother's better. So far, seems like a really nice, smooth engine. From the outside, you're really not going to be able to hear much. Nice look at the those tail lights there. They light up really nice, like a full accent LED around the sides. And yeah, just a way nicer fit finish look to these things than the outgoing model, in my opinion. There was nothing wrong with the good old HD10 Limiteds. Tried and true. We have customers with tens of thousands of kilometers on them, hard commercial use. They stand up really well, but we're really excited to see what the HD11 has to offer overall. It just seems like a really good step in the right direction. Not only in fit and finish, just the accessories that you can get on them. This specific unit, we actually have a pretty good build that's going to be done on it with a lot of the new smart accessories and upgrades. So if you want to find out more, you can always visit us, 54northpowersports.ca, or give us a call here in Bonnyville, 780-826-5404.